All right, for your day 3 of comparing data, the question says, which conclusion can be drawn from the box plots? A bowling team participates in a 2-day tournament and records the scores for each team member on both days. The scores for both days are represented by the box plots below. Okay, so we have the bowling team scores. This represents Friday, this represents Saturday. Notice we're missing the values on that number line. So let's figure out what we are counting by for each of those little tick marks. So to go from, let's start from 200. 200 is easier to start off than 175. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps to get to 225. The difference between these, 200 and 225, is 25. So 25 points divided by 5 spaces is 5 each. So this should be counting by 5. So let's test it. 200, 205, 210, 215, 220, 225. So that is true. So go ahead and label all of your points by counting up by 5 every time. Okay. It's a 220, I promise. 225, and then this would be 230. Then we could work this way, 175, 180, 185, 190, 195, 200. We can work backwards, but really, do we need to? There's no points over here, so it's really not necessary. On your box plots, remember that we have the 5 different numbers represented. We have a minimum and a maximum. We have a median. We have a lower quartile and an upper quartile, Q. Okay, so on Friday, our minimum was 185. Oh, my baby's awake. Our maximum is 230. Our lower quartile is 200. Our median is 215. And our upper quartile is at 220. All right, you label Saturdays while I help my baby real quick. All right, you should have done 175, 190, 205, 210, and so look at this one. What do you think that one's going to be? So we can call this in between 220 and 225. Let's call it 223. How about that? Okay. Now, letter choice A says the scores on Friday, which is our top graph, have a greater quartile range. So Friday is greater interquartile range than Saturday. How do we find interquartile range? Well, what we do is we subtract our upper quartile and our lower quartile. So Friday would be 220 and 200. What is 220 minus 200? It is 20. Saturday's interquartile range would be 210 minus 190. So 210 minus 190. Oh, you can't see that, can you? 210 minus 190 is also 20. Is 20 greater than 20? No, it is not greater than 20. Okay, let's look at answer choice B. The scores on Friday have a greater median and a greater interquartile range. Okay, so greater median. Friday, the median is greater than Saturday. Let's see if that's true. Friday, the median was 215. 215 and 205 was Saturday's. Is 215 greater than 205? Yes. Okay. The interquartile range we already found. Do they have a greater interquartile range? No, they're equal, so that's not true. Okay, and answer choice A, it says they have the same median. Did they have the same median? No, so A was double wrong. Where this was true, this was not. Okay, so what I want you to do, since my baby is not happy right now, I want you to, on your own, figure out C and D, which one is true. We found the interquartile range and we found the median. That's what you're looking for here. Median and interquartile range for each of those. Okay, so if you have any questions, let your teachers know.